I like that. Hi.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, everybody. This is Jen with Bikram Yoga Alliance. I'm here with one of my employees, Elise. Hi, Elise.
Hello. Hi,
Oh,
everybody.
thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's just wonderful. It's wonderful to have you
I
here.
missed you guys so much. I miss you guys.
It was tough being separated from these people that have meant so much to me for 3 months. But you've done a great job staying in touch with me.
Oh, yeah. No, I've been virtually distancing from home, watching you guys, doing my practice from home. And you guys reach out to me, keeping in touch with me. So it's kept me sane. So thank you.
That's yoga. We love it.
Yes.
How did you get started? When did you come to yoga?
Oh, gosh. It's been about I would say 3 or 4 years. And I came here because actually through dance. My instructor was like, if you want to improve on your dance, you need to be more flexible. So go do yoga. There's a great place right around the corner from us. And so I said, okay, I want to get better at dancing. So purely dancing, I came into doing yoga. And yeah, I started practicing with you guys, I think about 4 years ago. And I've been here since because I am addicted now. I love it.
4 years. That's so great.
Yeah, it's
That's
amazing.
really great.
It's one of those things where now I can't imagine not having anymore. So especially during this time when I didn't have it for a little short period, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So glad to have it in my life.
But you were able to make use of the online interface.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I loved that you guys gave us 48 hours to use the class because a lot of times I could not join at the time that you started just because I was doing other duties now as a at-home teacher.
You were suddenly at home?
A suddenly at-home teacher. And so I was able to use it at different times and try to join you live whenever I could. And so, yeah, it was just the best thing that I got to practice, and I got to see all of my teachers, even though it's from far away. And but it doesn't beat the hot room. It doesn't beat being in person. So I'm just happy to be here. Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Jen.
I got to hear. I could hear everything you were saying. I just couldn't see you. Yeah, I'm glad that you stayed connected. We went through first quarantine, and then, first the virus that we don't know, how it spreads or how to keep it from spreading at first. And then we learned, and we socially distanced and we quarantined. Right. And then they kept saying we weren't sure when we would go back to business. And then George Floyd was murdered.
Yeah.
And it just became, we needed each other more than ever. I needed to see my people, my yoga students, and reconnect with them so that we could talk about this pain that we were in.
There was a lot of uncertainty in all this times, like you said, with the pandemic, not knowing what's going to happen. And then with Floyd, it's just been very dark and scary. And, through yoga, we've been able to have at least some sort of stability and some sort of normal and some sort of peace, and that's really where I come to this place is to find my peace and my time. This is my time to get away from the world, shut it down and say 90 minutes. I don't need the news. I don't need the negativity. I don't need to be the strong auntie right now. It's just about me and having my moment.
And has it helped? Has it helped with when you step outside of your 90 minutes and face it again?
I love, and I know everyone says, you just keep quoting your teachers. I said, I can't help it. They're so smart. I go out there and say, okay, I'm working with the body and the mind that I have today. And that's something I've learned from the hot room that I definitely take outside of the hot room with me. I said, you know what? I am working with what I have today. And today might be stronger than yesterday. It might be weaker than yesterday, but I work with what I have and do the best with what I can. And I take a lot of what you guys say with me and say, okay, you know what? Just be at peace, being riled up, being angry is not really going to change. It's just going to make me more upset. So just be at peace and work with what I have and do the best that I can. So
but it's probably okay to be. It's probably okay to be upset.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. What I don't think a lot of people know is that we've been upset for a long time. This is nothing new. And so it's just new because now it's being captured more on video and it's being captured by the news. So this is nothing new. We've been upset and angry for a very long time. It's just now it feels like there's an honest movement happening and a lot of support. And now it feels like changes are starting to happen. So I'm actually in the midst of all this, not angry, but I'm starting to feel a little bit more uplifted, knowing that there's always going to be the negative people on the news, but I'm seeing so much more positivity out there. And I feel a little bit more, I guess, re-energized. Like, it's just been a blessing to see all these people who are like, hey, we get it now. I mean, come on, it's been so long. It should have been understood a long time ago. But now people are starting to say, okay, we see it's blatant what's going on out there and we're here to help. And it's been amazing.
Oh, have you thought about what our yoga studio can do for you? I mean, I thought nothing but I thought about the pain that's out there, and I have felt so like helpless. But then I know I can talk to you and I can say, talk to me, tell me what, I mean, if you walked into the studio, have we made you feel uncomfortable? Has anyone made you feel uncomfortable here? Have you ever been uncomfortable doing yoga?
You mean inside the hot room?
Anywhere.
Aside from the
I hope you're uncomfortable when you do yoga.
I mean, other than the 105-degree room, which is, now is my new comfortable. But no, like, I think what I really love about the studio is the community. I love that you are so open and you speak your mind. And so I never know like what you're going to say, but because you're going to tell me, but I love that you're going to say like, there's no holding back from you. So whatever comes from you or from anyone in your staff, I mean, everyone here is just, whether we like it or not, honest and genuine though, which is what I really love. So from day one, like everyone here has been supportive. Students are very supportive. Your teachers, karma yogis, everyone here, I think we all embrace the diversity and we all try to strive to make everyone as comfortable as possible, but it's not even trying. It's just natural.
That's good.
So I think that the way that Bikram Yoga has been handling this, you guys have been handling this, has been very organic and very genuine. It's nothing forced. So I feel like whatever you do say is very truthful. It comes from your heart, because I think that's another thing that we learn from yoga is to be patient and to speak only when you need to, not because you feel like you need to. You guys listen more than anything, and you speak only because you want to, not to have your voice heard, but because you have something of importance to say. And so I feel like whenever you guys do talk to me, it's not just to say, oh, Elise, you look great, yada, yada, yada. No, it's like, okay, Elise, you look like crap today. And I'm like, well, thanks. I appreciate it. So no, when you guys do talk to me, it's definitely like from the heart. And it's very genuine, and you've never made me feel uncomfortable except when you tell me to lock my knee, lock my friggin' knee. So,
well, I mean, it's good for our audience to understand what situations have made you uncomfortable. I mean, can you speak to a time where you didn't feel welcome somewhere, and
sure.
how
it's hard to
how you felt powerless?
It's really hard to establish a timeline of when that began. I think I've always grown up, after you get past your innocence of childhood, you just kind of know. And so whenever I'm in any unfamiliar setting, I'm uncomfortable right away, because I say, it's not that I feel uncomfortable for me. It's just that I know that I make other people feel uncomfortable just because of my skin. And this is something that, it's very difficult, because now I have to translate that to my niece, who she's in her innocent stage, and she's not understanding, like, people are looking at her not because of who she is, but because of what she is. And she is an African American child. And so there's been instances where we go somewhere and I have to kind of shoulder her in, like, Leilani, don't run and don't be loud and don't jump and don't do this stuff, because people are looking at you and making silent judgments about you because of your skin. And I don't tell her that. I just kind of pull her aside. There's been instances like when we something as simple as going to the grocery store or going to the playground. And she'll come to me and say, Auntie, no one wants to play with me. And it breaks my heart, because my first thought is, this is a playground, and unfortunately she's the only child of color on this playground, and I'm seeing people playing, and of course they might know each other before coming there, but there's times when I see people who don't know each other who start playing, and then she asks to play and they all start running away. And I said, what is it about her that why are they not playing with her? And it breaks my heart, because my first thought always goes to, is it because she's not the same color? She doesn't look like them, and she doesn't act like them, or maybe she doesn't speak like them, and what is it that's driving them from playing with her? And so I have to kind of fix that for her and say, you know what, play with me. I'm the coolest kid on this playground anyway, so come play with me. And she loves it. And she'll say, okay, we'll play, Auntie. And then eventually, some kids will say, oh, we want to play with you because you got the adult playing with you and she's chasing you and being a monster. And I said, yeah, well, too bad. I'm her monster. So no, I play with them, but it's just a lot of instances like that where, just unfortunately, my first thought always goes to, is it because of her skin tone that she is not being accepted to play, or she is not the first one to be chosen for a team? I look at those things because those are things that I have faced, and little things that people don't know that I do. So if I'm walking down the street and I see someone, walking with their kids, and I'm the person of color, I'll move into the grass. I'll cross the street, because I know that they're already looking at me like, who is this person? And I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. So I will end up moving, because I said, I don't like that negativity. I don't want them to fear me, but I can see they already are. And so something I'll do is let them know, hey, I'm not a threat. I'm moving out the way so that you can have this road and you don't have to pull your kid closer to you. I'm not a threat. And it's little instances like that I don't speak on, but I just do naturally now. It's something I don't even think about anymore, just because I've been doing it for so long.
Hopefully your niece will face a future that is not that way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I was just remembering that one of my favorite things during quarantine was seeing you on the screen with your niece. You were both doing yoga.
She was so excited because she knows all of your faces here. I mean, she comes in there and everyone's offering her a popsicle, and she's like, I love this place. Everyone's giving me a popsicle. You gave her the straight out of Bikram sweatshirt. And
I remember
like,
that.
This is so great.
Elise, what's your favorite pose and what does it do for you? Deborah wants to know.
Oh, okay.
My favorite pose is standing bow. I think it's the most beautiful pose. I cannot do it though. I love it. And during the quarantine, I had a small victory where I found the sweet spot of where I was stretching forward and my leg was kicking back, and I felt it pulling in opposite directions. And I sat there like, oh my God.
Wow.
I'm strong, I'm balanced, and I'm not falling out. It was like that point where I just knew I wasn't going to tip over, or I was going to fall backwards because I wasn't kicking long enough. And I said, I get it. Now I understand how to do standing bow.
Yay!
I got so excited I fell out.
I love it.
It was a few seconds, but it was my victory. And I said, I love this pose because every time I see anyone doing it, they look like a strong warrior. And I just think of them pulling that bow and standing bow like they're just, the strong person. And I think it's just an amazing pose. It's one of the more challenging poses for me, but I get in that room and I'm just like, I can't wait for this pose.
That's awesome. I can't wait till I'm your teacher again, and I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. It's definitely one of the greatest challenges for me. And I would say before quarantine, I would loosely use the word hate. I don't think I may ever use that word again because it's just such a frightful word, but I definitely have come to battle with that posture. So
I think I've battled every posture, and I'm still battling every posture, but I like
that's
going
the
to
way.
battle. I like going to battle with the standing bow because 9 times out of 10, standing bow wins, but it gives me a reason to come back.
I'm so glad.
It gives me a reason to come back. If we didn't like the challenge, we wouldn't be here. And that's right. The thing I love with this is that even when you think you've got it, you don't.
That's right.
Because the next day it says, what just happened? I had this. No, you don't. There's always more to reach for. So I love it.
I'm so glad you're coming back again. It's so great to see you.
Yeah, so good to see you.
I mean, I can't thank you enough for being so open and sharing your life with me. And I want you to know my door's open. Come talk to me anytime.
Same here. I think you'll find a lot of people like me are open to talk. We're happy that you guys are listening. We're happy that you guys are asking questions, because that just, erases any confusion. Ask me. If I'm offended, I'll let you know. So I'm just glad you gave me this chance to speak. And I'm open.
It was a pleasure. I love you. I can't wait to see you soon.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug. Elbow.
Elbows. Knees.
You're awesome, Elise. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.